corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy. Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Oh, so this is the doctor? Got it.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, loony Rooney.
Enough.
Come back late.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Puts on a pair of latex gloves. Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I've got enough.
They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes.
We just fill this in, right? Show him red field autopsy in the ledger.
That's right.
Open your ledger at the field autopsy
The
form.
dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with:
Three parts of the dead man, blah 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 blah. Open the dead man's stairs, something like the bright red paper is covered in box and list describing the condition of his skin organs in 3 parts. Just jump to the 3-part summary.
No. Let's fill out the info form
Okay.
first. That's you.
Assistant, me, Harry the boy.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says,
Coroner case number?
KK57-0803.0815.
Well, I'll write that down.
Next,
Name,
NA.
date of
Like
birth,
NA.
age.
Roughly 50.
the corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook, teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Race?
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex?
Fucky, fucky!
Ooh, monster exclaims.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable
Date
face.
of death?
We're still going with March 4th.
Right for
51.
351.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable.
Case number.
10. Case number
the same
is
as
the
the
same as the
coroner's
coroner's.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box
Evidence
remains.
of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word.
Treatment.
Treatment.
What exactly is treatment?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression
Another
here.
thing that
Say
I thought
something
I had
shorthanded.
muted you, but no, it still wants to ding because that's still dinging, right? Stop a ding! I'm not so sure.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation.
We should start the post-mortem.
Turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side and checks the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night
It
sky.
reaches from the right
It
shoulder.
reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
The spine is bent more than the lieutenant compensated for. This buster's actual height is about 1.85. And no, you could not take him straight on.
I'm gonna write down 8.5.
Of course, I undercompensated.
Pockets the tape.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain, cold to touch. Not that different from a living person after a swim.
Write it down. Sure.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low
The kid
velocity.
explodes.
You think Cuno doesn't know what you're talking about?
Velocity was
Velocity
fucking
was
max!
fucking max. Talking shit about Cuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Put him in for hire.
Ligature mark.
Produces a small folding knife with the other hand. Pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his
Good thing we
nose.
got these chain clippers.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's necks.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Yes, I'm Kuno's pig, I agree. I am not your pig, Kuno.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like
Belt
white
off.
bread, rising from the heat. After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming
Press
on your
down.
brow. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
He's as Neil closer, running his fingers along the dark red groove until there's a gap.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No, it's gonna happen, see.
I fucking knew.
This is clearly what they've been waiting for. ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch. You should touch it.
Aww.
Doesn't feel like anything, just cold flesh.
My pig's so fucking ill right now.
Oh, your pig's pretty sick, I gotta
Write it
say.
down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are all combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain, that new little tenderness
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
This is the body of a soldier. A mercenary.
We have a real museum here.
Badass.
Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, and then moves on to the other hand.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were you expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done.
Internal examination.
What central nervous system? I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth.
It's
Not
close to
injury
the mouth
related.
hole. Eye squinting
Eyes
from
and
the
tongue
fumes.
protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Respiratory system.
Back hunched, as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are being used.
He's really doing it.
Dead man.
The dead man's teeth cut into his gloved hand.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands. No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again. Straight in that mouth of... No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything
Look
in.
deeper inside.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness. There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. Na.
So, yep. A toe. The hepatobiliary having to do with the liver, bile, ducts, and gallbladder. Why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the core stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. I don't think so.
Neither am I. Same for toxicology and serology. Na. Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
The completist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening?
Looks
At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
brimming with cocaine.
Add toxicology request.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits lividity in the lower extremities, feet, hands, and neck, visually consistent with the hanging.
Write it down.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground. The pool of feces there.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Briefly. Omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Beneath the description, there are 2 boxes waiting to be ticked. Not fatal, post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at
Velocity.
maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury, 2 boxes.
Non-fatal, post-mortem.
Right. Next?
What's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. What was that about no clawing around the neck? You'd be clawing for your life.
Yeah.
He is deep in thought, eyes fixed on the bright red ring around the dead man's neck. A column of cold air encircles you, rising slowly upward in the shape of a courtyard, bordered by cracked plaster, windows, seagulls perched on air conditioning units. A small green enclosure in the middle of a corral of tenements. Cape-side apartments, whirling in rags, and the fortress wall of Terminal B. Above it, a thin blanket of coastal stratus clouds. Higher yet, coalition airships guard over the 21 cordons of the zone of control. The air is crisscrossed with radio transmissions. The hair on your neck
Is
rises.
that right?
You are.
Why do you say that?
I just took a whack in the dark. I'm serious. I don't think this was the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Through psychic arts. Why didn't they claw at the neck when they hanged him? Why did they not tie his hands? A big man like this is dangerous.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrists. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right. There should be signs of struggle. Let's leave the cause of death empty for the time. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in
Maybe
a couple
he
of
was
weeks,
poisoned.
if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
Rip out a copy of the autopsy page.
for processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hands, and at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
Oh, legendary perception check. Oh, if only I had some more perception. What do you know? 8%.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh.
Yes, there's something we're
before
not seeing. I've got a gut feeling there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay.
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know,
His voice trace off.
but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the...
Only if all else fails. Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every...
Soon, you'll be looking for clues in a pile of sludge and bones.
Smells like boiled meat, cold dairy.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Get an exact count. Damn.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced... Isn't this something an industrial worker
Lieutenant
would wear?
Workers Boots tracks.
Noted.
I'd ask Cuno about something. Some clothes in the trash.
So you tried to kill Cuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
I thought you've moved past that by now, Cuno.
Not all of us. Acts like that stick with you for a while.
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again, and Cuno's gonna climb in your room at night with a knife.
Of course, the whirling rag and whispers.
Cuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony, put the fucking knife in you. Yeah,
I've been in your room.
but you and Cuno are good for now. Pals, shoot that shit at Cuno. Let's have a jolly time. And you're back in business with the Cuno. Now what is it?
Cuno is a merciful king, kind to his wayward subjects.
Cuno, I need a fridge to stash the body.
For the fucking... Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Cuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing
I thought you would. Where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Cuno? What's the return on Cuno's investment? Cuno's clock's not doing shit. Cuno's got a fuckload of time.
Don't believe him,
corpse-free
Cuno.
yard?
Cuno's got everything Cuno needs. All...
You can't buy Cuno, pig. Cuno's already got everything.
28%.
Cuno's a poor kid from a poor neighborhood. Say your job is on the line. He'll sympathize.
Am I sure about this? Sounds kind of weak. Though not sure about this. Asking for class already seems naive in this case.
Can't you see his hair is red? The color of social democracy?
Aren't social democrats traitors? That doesn't mean anything.
Just trust me. He'll sympathize if he realizes you could actually lose your job.
Okay, this is serious. My job is on the line. If I don't get this sorted, I might get fired.
The fuck are you doing right now? The fuck is this?
Don't pay attention to him. Just keep telling your
I've
sad
lost
story.
almost everything, Cuno. My memory, my money, even my name. I can't lose my job too. Please help me.
It's not that dramatic. We can just send the body to processing.
Cuno's never seen anything so lame. Listen, pig, if you were Cuno, the fuck would you care?
You're right, Cuno. If I were Cuno, I really wouldn't care. This isn't about me, Cuno. It's about the people I'm trying to help. It's truly fine. If you don't tell me, I'll have to go ask other people. It isn't working at all. You lied to me, Golden Mouth.
See sad shit? Cuno doesn't fuck. Now, how about you at least try to entertain the Cuno?
Why don't we go pester some other
Okay.
kids now?
Figure out what's going on with this kid.
It's not Cuno. Cuno, she came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Cuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Cuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him.
Wait, Cuno S is by far the worst of the two. Cuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind her, afraid of her life. Like she's done something.
Also, Cuno hasn't stopped talking to you. Even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. All in all, Cuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Excellent. Try to separate them.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you, whispering about.
If Cuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Cuno look bad in this.
And she's trying to control you. We gotta get out of here. What's up with her? She's terrifying, crazy scary. Phew, I'm glad she's out of our hair. She's fucked up. Excuse me, she's trying to control you. We'll get you out of here. Make her look bad in this. What's up with her? She's terrifying, crazy scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy.
Insane.
She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him. Cuno, I'm fucking warning you. You're gonna get us into shit.
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Cuno not tell ya? Cuno told ya. Cuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Cuno's got it under control.
She's down again.
You did it. They're separated.
Ooh!
He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his
What
lips.
do you mean? She smoked someone. You think she has already done it? He said she's insane. What's the language she uses? You said she's insane.
Yeah, she's psycho.
Lindsay,
None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
whoa.
Yeah.
What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
You think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Cuno wasn't around, and C was with
Where were
Cuno. Look, Cuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
What do you mean she smoked someone?
Cuno means she killed someone. That's right, C's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
Really? Isn't she too small to overpower someone? You seriously talking about this killing business? What if she has Cuno? Really?
Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Cuno said that. Cuno was just shitting. Cuno was just running his mouth. Cuno's
He
stupid like
feels
that.
eyes in the back of his head and stops.
There's something cold in the air, like water lapping against cold stones, or dripping in a hallway nearby. 3 years ago, there were shoes in the corner. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Fear.
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people
What
or some
people?
shit. Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of
Is she your
defense
sister?
mechanism.
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit. Yeah, she was just there.
He points at the apartment building.
What was that, Cuno?
She was in the hallway. Dripping wet. By the fucking shoe rack. In the dark.
Oh, she...
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner. Every time Cuno went out.
You said she got in. How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Cuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes.
What
like
about
a
your
dog.
parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Cuno. Shit's all on Cuno.
Cuno, Cuno-S, two of a kind.
Why is she called Cuno S then?
Cause she fucking looks like Cuno. No one knows her name. Cuno told you this shit was psycho killer.
How are you dealing with all of this?
How's Cuno dealing with this? Kuno's dealing with it just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with this, waving your gun, mad dog shit. Cuno remembers what you did there. Kuno's got this shit
He
under
spits through a
control.
gap in his front teeth. He's the person to help. You can't do this alone.
Listen, listen. See, it's Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Cuno. You threaten her. You wave your gun around her one more time. Try to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her. Sneak up on you later and fuck you up. You
Will
understand?
looks you in the eye. Black people's trying to.
He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he
You
will.
can't take down a man's silence. You'll end up dead yourself. I can respect that.
All right. Now we can do business.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out
Business?
of him.
Yeah? What do you want? Cuno can hook you up with...
Oh, don't hook him up with shit, Cuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Cuno. Cuno made him respect the Cuno. You respect the Cuno, you get all kinds of shit. Cuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Cuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Cuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. And shit, you can even fuck back in Cuno's kingdom. Cuno saw you sniff around that fucking pile of Etonite. It's a secret door, okay? Just pull it off and fuck back in there.
What? And shit, you can even go fuck back in Cuno's kingdom. Cuno saw you sniffing around that fucking pile of Entrite. It's a secret door, okay? Cool. That was... What was that about running you an errand?
Cuno doesn't fuck...
Cuno doesn't fucking care. Cuno will fuck you up. Hey, C.
Can't believe you didn't take the shot. Fucking coward. Waved a gun like a clown.
This kid is way, way worse than the other.
I'll die before I
Oh,
squeal.
thanks.